Hey everybody, it's your girl Kimberly J. I've been a little, I guess, quiet lately. I've done a couple of hair videos, um, tutorial too, but I hadn't been doing my kind of motivational or just topic of the day, word of the day type of things. I hadn't been doing the real blogging type stuff. And I kind of missed it. And I've had some interesting conversations lately. Been talking about a lot of different issues. And y'all, my mind, like I've said in the past, I have a very overactive mind. So sometimes narrowing in on one subject can be a little difficult because I have a plethora of things going on up in here. So today is something that I wanted to speak on. It's actually, I don't know if this is the real topic of it because I'll probably get into a lot of other things, but I think my core topic for this video is going to be the importance of self-love. Um, I spoke about this a while back. I think in the first video I ever did showing my natural hair at the time, some months ago, and but in speaking to friends and other people and just things that I've observed, something that I wanted to touch on in a video and maybe expound upon in a way I had not done so in the past. Um, Self-love to me is very vital, very important in so many different aspects. But for purposes of this video, I want to focus specifically on how that affects interpersonal relationships, particularly romantic relationships. And I'm talking right now from a lady's aspect to the man, or just speaking to women in general. So this is something I've noticed. Okay, first off, I'm not going to get into the debate about is natural hair better than fake hair, natural hair, permed hair, whatever the case may be. However you choose to rock your hair is however you choose to rock your hair. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. There was a period of time that I rocked wigs for some years, and I didn't go out in public rocking my natural hair. I explained that in the previous video, but that's not the point. But my point is, I think the problem comes in not so much with how we choose to rock our hair or how we as women choose to present ourselves to the world, whether that be a ton of makeup, fake eyes, different colored contacts, um, fake fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake boobs, fake everything. Anything that you can make fake, and we all know nowadays you can pretty much make anything fake. There's so many things that you can do to augment and change your look, whether it be permanent or it's just a temporary fix. But I think here's where the problem comes in. I personally don't see an issue with however you choose to dress yourself up. Um, if that makes you feel better about yourself and you're confident and okay with how you're doing it and it's not harming someone else, you know, more power to you. Here's where the dilemma is, and this is something I've had happen to me many, many, many times. When in previous relationships, or when I dated guys in the past, and I would talk to my friends or talk to other people about it, and they would just be like, so how'd it go? And I'm very private. I don't like divulging details of my personal relationships like that. I'll give you general stuff, but nothing specific. So I would just be kind of like, I tell them like, oh, everything was cool, and they'll say, well, because when I was wearing my wigs, rocking that whole European kind of look, I was attracting a lot of guys, of all different races and walks of life. And so I remember telling some of my friends, I was just like, like I pulled my wig off. Like the first or second time that I would meet a guy. If I didn't pull it off the first time, I definitely pulled it off the second time. But the first time I saw them or met with them, I let them know right off the bat, this is not my hair. Like, not this, but when I had the wigs on, I was like, just they would compliment me. It wasn't like I just walked up to them and said, oh, it's not my hair. But, they said, oh, your hair, your hair's pretty. And I was like, thank you, but it's not mine. It's the wig. And they'd be like, wow, like I would never have known that. And so my friend was like, why did you tell him that? Like, why did you tell him that it was a wig. And I said, because I'm not trying to fool anybody. I never wore wigs to attract the attention from a guy. I never personally wore wigs to try to fool and make you feel like, oh, I grew this out of my head. I've always been comfortable in the sense of my hair, even though I did not feel comfortable at the time going out and showing my hair. um, and then feel like dealing with it. But I never felt ashamed of letting a guy that I'm dating know, or anybody for that matter, male or female, know, hey, this isn't mine. You know, I would have girls, women would compliment me all the time when I was wearing my wigs, like, oh, your hair is so pretty, who did it? And I was like, sweetie, you can go to the store, you can go to the beauty supply and get the same wig for $15.99, $19.99, or whatever the case may have been. And they'd be like, why did you tell people? I wouldn't tell anybody. And I would laugh it off then, but the more I thought about it, it just really, really bothered me that we have kind of this, I don't want to say self-hate, but that it seems, generally speaking, so many of us, particularly women, we have a problem just being our true, authentic selves. Now, like, once again, I'm not here preaching about, oh, everybody should go natural and blah, 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 because it's a personal choice you make for yourself. It's not all about hair, because there's so many other things that you can falsify, like I said, with your eyes, with boobs, with everything else that you can do, eyelashes. And I'm not here preaching about whether that's a good or a bad choice. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I think you can become a prisoner to those things, whatever it is that you're falsifying. If you're not careful, it can become like a stronghold almost for you, because if you present that and keep presenting that image and you go out in the world and the world begins to know you as however you're presenting yourself, you can feel trapped. And you can, with time, feel like, if I don't go out there looking like this, nobody will accept me. And I think that's where the danger is. When you get to the point to where you're afraid to show, if you so choose, to show your natural self, whether that be your natural hair, whether that be your natural eyes. Well, I don't know about the boobs, because I guess once you get those implants, I don't know how they take them back or whatever, but not my area. But just anything on that level, when that happens, you can become a prisoner to that. And for example, I know people that, they may wear fake hair, and whether it be wigs, weave, whatever, and they are so petrified of their men finding out this isn't their hair, or they will not expose their real hair. It's such a bind, and they have to walk around and keep this weave or wigs in there. Every time they're around this man, they feel like, I can't be free. And I'm telling them, like, the longer you go and not expose that to the person that you claim to be in love with, you're doing that to yourself. You're not giving him a chance. I mean, you gotta look at it like this. It gets to a point where, there's a fine line to me between accentuating, your look, spicing your look up a little, and then just going to the point of no return, to where everything about you is fake. And once again, you have to be willing to keep up that image. And is that fair to the person you're dating if they only know all this stuff about you, but it's all fake? None of it's real. At what point is it a lie? You know what I'm saying? We talk a lot about, men lying and people lying and stuff like that. We have a lot to say, ladies, about a man lie, he lied. But if everything about us is a lie, how can we call a man a liar? They may lie differently, but a lie is a lie is a lie. I'm just saying. A lie is a lie is a lie. And like I said, I was never ashamed. When I wore my wigs, I was never freaking ashamed. If I walked out right now with a wig, I wouldn't be ashamed to say, hey, this is a wig, this isn't my hair, blah, 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 my hair is this short, or whatever the case may be. I was very open about that. I don't know. So like I said, y'all, self-love, self-love, self-love. Love yourself. If you cannot love yourself, how can you expect anyone else to love you? If you hate everything about you, how do you expect that man or whoever to respond to you and see you as? So that's my speech. That's my little talk on that. I hope that something I said, I know I ramble. Hopefully you're able to get something from it, and I'll be back shortly with another topic once I can narrow it down. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye.